Can
Muthuganesh, you just give a request, madam will give you access.
yeah, I have sent the request.
Good evening, students.
So now you can share your screen, pa.
Okay, fine. Ma'am, I'll just give a small intro and then
Yeah,
we'll begin.
sure, ma'am. Sure, you can go ahead.
Thank you, ma'am. So, good evening, students. Only after, in spite of telling you so much things, only 35 of you have joined. I guess please ask your friends to join. He's one of your senior and he'll be very much interactive and the session will be more useful. So, please ask your all of your friends to join. Okay. So, to tell about him, actually, Ganesh is currently working in Ford Motor Company and he specializes in SAP technologies, particularly in SAP MM and PP modules. He has a very strong interest in cloud computing, automation, and enterprise solution. And one more thing, as you all know, he is also one of your senior and he is from the 2024 batch. While he is in our institution, he has demonstrated a very good excellence in his academics, research, and innovation. And as you all know, we are insisting you to do some global certification, right? In that time itself, he has done many certifications like Google Cloud, AWS Cloud Formation, Python for machine learning, OpenCV, etc. And he has a very good commitment towards continuous learning, towards emerging technologies. That's why after moving outside the college, he has specialized inside SAP. And one more thing is, he has also contributed to innovative research and development through project focused on precision agriculture and decentralized cloud technologies. His achievements include receiving a Best Paper Award for research on decentralized cloud infrastructure and contributing to patented eco-friendly agricultural solutions. And one more thing, these students, this batch of students, while they were in your first year itself, they have published a patent and that patent got granted while they were in the final. This is also an added on thing to tell about these students. And one more thing to add is he has contributed a lot to my research by doing my architecture and all those things. That is with what is he has contributed to me towards my research. And he has a very good keen interest towards the technology, problem solving, and innovation. And he continues to build his career by combining the technical expertise with practical industry experience while actively engaging with the professional and technology community. This is a very short introduction about him, and I hope this session will be very, very interactive with Muthuganesh. I now request him to take over the session. Please, Muthuganesh.
Yeah, thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you.
Yeah, hi guys, hi everyone. So hope ma'am has given a very big introduction about myself. Let's get started with the session quickly. I'm sharing my screen. Yeah, hope my screen is visible to everyone. Can someone confirm? Ma'am, is my screen visible?
Sure.
Hello.
Yeah, it's visible, pa.
Uh, yeah, okay. Yes, guys. So let's get started with the session. So in the session, I will be covering up about AI agents and automations that are used in the enterprise technology field. So we call it ITEA, IT Enterprise Architecture or Enterprise Technology section in an IT company. So before we start, may I know how many of you are using Claude or any what to say, any AI tools for development or for your research? Can someone tell me what have you used, or can you put your hands up if you have used some AI agents or something, so that I can get a better understanding. Okay, good. Okay, yeah, let's get started. So yeah, in this session, we will be covering mostly on AI agents and how they are used in the enterprises. Okay, so this I will mostly drive you on the tools, AI agentic tools, and also some of the development side. You can we will be seeing about MCP servers and how to create MCP server. I got you short demo on that also. Okay, so what are AI agents? So as you are all aware, you must have used the Chat GPT or Perplexity or any LM, right? They are large language models, which means that they can answer your prompts based on a set of data provided to them, or based on a context that you provide them, right? But they cannot act on something, right? So if you go to ChatGPT and tell it to book me a train ticket, it won't do that. It doesn't have the access to that. It doesn't have the tools to do that. But when it comes to AI agents, it's nothing but you give these LLMs an tool to perform certain actions. So they will have this four set of process, like perceive, reason, plan, and act. So perceive is nothing but to you will predefinedly give them some roles and context, right? So based on their roles and context and descriptions, they will perceive your prompts. Then the reasoning happens by the LLM. So with the predefined context or the predefined tools you have provided, it will start to reason and it will start to take the decision. So planning is nothing but the execution. So like before the execution, so the tools, the order in which the tools must be used and what tools must be used, that happens in the planning phase. Act is the execution of the planning phase, right? This is a short description of like what is a AI agent and how the basic architecture of AI agent would be. So it would be comprised of the LLM core, that is whichever LLM model you are choosing, Gemini, ChatGPT, Anthropic, or SRE, anything like Claude, or any model. And the tooling layer. Tooling is nothing but the MCP tools you are going to create, or the functions that you are going to build, and you are going to provide the access to the agent. Memory is the context or the AI's memory. That most in most cases, you won't like provide explicit memory to the AI. The LLM, whatever the LLM's memory is there, it will be used. You will just be providing an additional context. Orchestration is nothing but the planning and the execution phase, right? So yeah, use cases. So use cases, like in the enterprises, we have like different sections. So if you take separately, we can divide it like three verticals. One will be the development, and next will be the security, and next will be the business use case. So business use case is the main thing where the companies get their profit from. Okay, so the day-to-day business is nothing but the day-to-day use cases that you deal with. So, for example, you are going to book an ticket from the IRCTC website or some website, right? For that, you are waiting in the website, refreshing and seeing when the slot is going to open. Once it open, then manually you are going to book. Sometimes we get the timed out, right? So that is a simple example. So when you come to large scale industries, they have wide amount of manual task being done. So all these tasks initially they automated using RPA. So RPA is a robotic process automation, right? In robotic process automation, if something changes, right, something in the UI or something in the process changes, right, it won't work. It will break because it is something that is predefined and it is set. You can't you if you want to change it according to the change in the process, you manually need to go and change the RPA workflow. But now, since we are using the agentic workflows, the agent will decide, even if UI itself changes, right? The agent will decide and it will execute. You can restrict it to not execute if there is a change also. So that is the major advantage of agentic AI workflows, right? So then if you come to DevOps, right, that there the major use case is for the pipelines. So pipelines in the sense, most of you would know about GitHub. So when we raise a PR in GitHub, automatically it needs to go for approval. Then code review needs to be done. After code review, some set of unit test cases are run. Then the deployment will be done in the set server, right? So all these the AI agent will automate. There we will have something called as a mass. Mass is nothing but multi-agent system. So one agent will start to do the code review. Parallelly, one will also start to review the documentation. Then another agent will be responsible for the unit testing cases. Then the code gets deployed. Right there, the major use case for DevOps is for the pipelines. So apart from that, for security and cloud management, right? So for security and cloud management, you have some team called as a admin team. So system admin, or they call it as basis team in some cases, right? So the work of them is to monitor the system 24 bar 7. So they will keep monitoring the load of the system, and they will be monitoring the hits per second. So many things they will be keep on monitoring. All these the AI agents will automate, like these logs, right? API logs, everything will be captured by AI agent, and it will decide. So if there is a API log, like there is a very high number of hits, there is something like a DDoS attack, it will interpret, and it will act for that. Like it will block the server, or it will inform someone like that. So that is where we use the agentic AI. So there majorly we won't use LLMs. There we can attain most of that functions by using normal ML models itself for securities. But for any advanced cases, you will use AI agent. So apart from that, IT operations is what I said, the business use cases. Okay. Yeah, this is what we already triggered. So real world impact. So like I told, right, cost savings. So MTR is mean time to resolve an incident. So in IT industry, when there is some issue happening in the production system, like you face some glitch in the Amazon, right? So when you face that glitch, some team gets reported about that glitch. Based on the severity, they will have some SLA. SLA is service layer agreement. So, like if it is a payment related glitch, the team needs to resolve it within an hour, like that it will be said. If it's something like a UI related glitch, they need to resolve it within a day. If it is some very small minor issue, they will have some amount of time, like a week to resolve it or something. So that mean time to resolve it will get reduced by using this AI agents, because when a human needs to analyze all these issues, he needs to manually go through all the code. He needs to set the debuggers at various points and analyze all these. But when we give it to an AI agent, it already has access to the full code base, right? And it is 24 bar 7 available. That is one main reason that we have reduced the MTR to a very high extent by using AI agents. So next is yeah, main thing. So the governance issues. So AI agents, when they come with a lot of advantages, there are very high amount of risk also involved. Not, we cannot say as a disadvantage, but we can say it as a risk. So in MCP servers, okay, we haven't covered MCP servers. So you can imagine like this. So I'm giving a wrong prompt to an AI agent. Instead of book me one ticket, I'm telling it to book 10 tickets. What will the agent do? It will start to book 10 tickets. It won't analyze why this person requires 10 tickets or nothing. It just starts to book the tickets, right? That is one risk we have. Like I'm telling for an example. When we go in detail, we have the hallucination risk. Hallucination is like when we have a high context window, it will start to assume things. That is hallucination. Then we have the security attack. So all these. So how will you prevent the risk? So hallucination is prevented by using HAL. HAL is nothing but you will have a point where the AI needs to get your approval before doing a task. That is called HIL. And sandboxing is you won't provide the AI with the actual system to do the action or trigger the action. You will just provide it the sandbox. There it will all the actions, and it will also generate. Once you verify the output, then you can let perform those actions in the real system. That is like agent sandbox. Rate limiting or quick switches, so rate limiting as same as the API rate limiting that we do. And audit trails is the API audit trail rate team. All these you will already know, like API security related governances. Same apply to the AI agents as well. So till this, anyone has any questions or something? Okay, let's continue. Okay, yeah, so this like evolution of AI agents, I have just put a small roadmap. So before AI agent, we had RPA, as I said, robotic process automation. Then we had smart workflows. Workflows is similar to RPA, but there instead of the tool performing the action, we will have a set of API triggers, we will have connectors, etc. there. Then we came to reactive agents. Reactive agents, it's a very simple AI agent. It will react to a specific trigger based on a set of context you have loaded and set of tools you have provided. That's it. It is a very like you can say very strong approach with very less failure rates, but it cannot be expanded to large use cases. Right. Then proactive agents is like it will predict, like if you are going to implement AI agent for your trading, it needs to predict, right, when the stock will go high or go low, and based on that it needs to act. That is a proactive agents. Again, here we have a very high amount of failure rate, right? So proactive agents are not used widely, but they can be used with the HAL, so human intervention. So only once you approve an action, it will perform an action. That's how proactive agents work. So collaborative agents, like there will be a multiple agents in the same system. So there we again have serial agents and we have parallel agents. So serial or sequential actions is only after one agent performs an action, then only we give the task to the next agent. It will be like a sequence. So then we have parallel agent system. There multiple agents will be doing the operation simultaneously. One will be doing the code review, one will be doing the testing parallelly, and at the end of the day, it will do the execution. Again, we will have one agent there to monitor them. We will have another agent. That is how this mass systems work. So the ultimate aim is to reach the autonomous enterprises. So autonomous enterprises is yeah. Till now in large companies, most of the very important work, right, like financial payments, making payments, or doing financial decisions, everything is done by humans only. So the enterprises are want to attain an autonomous system. They want to concentrate maximum on their actual goals. You say, if there's a car company, you take Ford, they are investing so much for IT also, and parallelly their main goal is to create cars, right? But they want to reach a space where they want to invest less on the IT infrastructure or to monitor or to develop the systems. They want everything to be automated, and the main goal of them will be to create their own products and invest more on that. That is what the main goal of the enterprises are now leading to, you can say. So next is real world applications, as we already discussed. Yeah, so getting started, I have a small demo for you. Before that, I want to tell you what is a MCP server. So this AI agents, right? As we discussed, the brain of it would be a LLM, but this LLM, in order to perform any action, it needs some set of tools, right? If I push you into a dark room and I say you to perform some action, write on this paper, you can't do anything, right? But if I push you into a room and I provide you pen and paper, then I say you to write on the paper, you can do the task, right? That's what the MCP also does. It tells the LLM that there is some available tools for this action, so you can use these tools. Okay, that is what basically an LLM is. Sorry, MCP server is. We have a small demo for MCP server. So, may I know how many of you are using Copilot? Can you put up your hands? See, no one, only one person. So, no one is using Copilot, or no one is using VS Code itself, or you are all using Cloud Code or Codex or some other tool. Okay, three members are using Copilot. So, if you are using any other AI tool also, you can put up your hand. Not only Copilot, Codex or Claude or something. Good amount of people. So, can someone say any issue you have faced while developing using these AI tools? Like it hallucinated and it gave me a wrong output, or it deleted my code or something. Has someone faced any issue? No, no one faced issue.
Hi, bro. Shall I call you sir or bro?
Bro, bro is
Uh, I'm
go with
Sachin
bro.
from CSC department. Then I faced the issue like in the JSON package for
Okay.
JSON. I faced
Yeah.
an issue. So I just tell it to correct it, the correct
Okay.
version number. It completely collapsed the
Mm,
JSON.
mm,
So
okay.
it made me to redo the JSON
Mm,
file.
okay.
So it always does the same thing whenever I use
Okay.
it.
So, the project you generated or okay, okay. So the project you generated, like you created the project, or you told the AI itself to create the project. There itself, it made that
No, like I
blender.
just created the project and done everything, but the JSON, the package.json will be right. But in that one, there is a error. So I just
Okay,
imported the
you
wrong
had some
version of Tailwind
dependency
CSS.
issue.
Yeah,
Told
I
it
just
to resolve.
wrongly imported the Tailwind CSS. I just told it to
Okay.
correct, but it was a mess. What's happened over there?
Okay. It made a blender. So you analyzed why it made that blender. Like was it an issue with your prompt, or was it a wrong model selection? Something you went and analyzed why it made the blender like that?
Like my prompt was not enough, that much
No.
efficient to convey the actual thing. It was just collapsed with the package.log.json and package.json. So
Dear students, a small network issue. He'll join soon, okay? Please don't move outside the link. Please stay here. He'll join soon.
Yeah, students, you can very well make the best use of this session. He is an expert in the because he has attended interviews both in Cognizant and TCS. So whatever the doubts or queries you have, you can very well ask him. Just be
Yeah.
interactive. Okay.
Hey, hi all. Sorry, I lost in between due to a network issue. So hope my screen is visible again. Yeah, can someone
Yes,
confirm?
yes, it's visible.
Yes.
You can
Yeah,
continue.
yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's start again. So yeah, we left on MCP server, right? So yeah, one person told me that he faced some issue while doing the development with an AI agent. It collapsed the entire JSON is where you have all your dependencies included for a node project, right? So why it does that blunders, right? Because an AI agent out of the box in LLM, if you choose a model, right, like a very lightweight model, like say Gemini Flash or something, it won't have extensive knowledge on what you are going to code with. Like it won't have an extensive knowledge on the project or something. But even if it is a small model, if you give it the context, right? So context is nothing but the entire explanation of your project, right? The entire explanation of the project, what and all are the dependencies you are using, what is the version of your node, everything. If you give all those, it will give you a very perfect output, right? So that's what an MCP server's advantages is. So MCP server, you will have three what you can say, three layers. So one will be the descriptions. Descriptions is nothing but a static data source. It will be that will be provided to the model. So if you are creating an MCP server specifically for your you say React development or something, you can give all your documents related to React. Uh, all the documents related to whatever UI you are using, everything you can give in the description. Then comes the tooling. So tooling is nothing but what action you want to perform or want the AI to perform. If you wanted to call an external API, right? In the tool you will have the API call. It that and if you want to perform some other action, if you want the AI to read any of your local files or something, inside the tool you will have that logic for that action, and you will have the description for that tool. So for in this example, I just created one simple add function in in Python to add two numbers. I tell that add two numbers to add two numbers. I can define like this. So when MCP server is running, the MCP client will fetch the tools available, and whenever you are giving a prompt, if it will check if there are any related tools. So if I am telling add 1 plus 2, it will search for the tools available. So if it finds that this tool is for adding two numbers, okay, I can use this tool. It will add. So this is a very basic example. So in any other cases, like if you want to read your Outlook mails, we can do that also. It will use that tool to read your mails and return the response, right? That's what tooling does. Okay. So here for a demo, I'm using fast MCP with Python. So fast MCP library is also available in JavaScript also. You can check out by just typing like fast MCP. If you type in the web, it will get you to this page for documentation. Here, there are some examples, a quick start guide also, how we can do the installation, everything. It's a very, very great library for beginning of your MCP or agentic AI development or anything. Right, okay. So the initial stages, you create a server.py file and you import the fast MCP library and you start the MCP server. You can define your tool using this decorative. Python, there's something called as the decorative. Decorative means whatever you can pass a function inside that function, and that decorator will enhance that function. Like I have this add function. I in this MCP dot tool, it is itself a function you can see. So this will take this function as an input and it will perform the execution on this function and it will provide the output. That is what a decorator does. So in order to configure an MCP server in VS Code using Copilot, you press Control Shift P, open the command palette. Uh, okay, sorry. JSON file. Here is where all your MCP servers and all the skills or whatever you are adding, right? It will be available here for the Copilot. So I am using a Superbase MCP server. So this is my sample MCP server that we saw here. So I just made it as com.sample MCP in my namespace. So it's a standard IO and command Python because it's a Python file. So if you are creating as a JavaScript, you can give us a npm or npx. Then the args in the args you will pass the file location. So here our file location I have copied and passed it here. So gallery, actually this is not required versioning or a gallery, just a standard template I have followed. So once you have configured your MCP server here, so in the servers you are just going to add your MCP server here. Then what you can do is go to configure tools. Here you will see your MCP. So here I am seeing this com.muthu.sample MCP server. Here the available tools are also there. You can see here add two numbers. So I am telling add 2 plus 3 using tools because it's just a simple thing. It will directly do the addition. I am specifying to use this tool from MCP server. So it has fetched it. It has read the server.py. Yes, I saying yeah, I can see this tool add. So I am adding, and it is uh, it's passing this input. So all in this session. Whether you can see add case. So basically, once you have configured all this, it will automatically select that tool and run that function, and it will provide you the output. That's what MCP client will do using your MCP server. You can see the output here. Right. This is a simple example of a MCP server. So, may I know how many of you are like interested or developed some web applications or something, or doing a front end development, you are very interested in that. Can you raise your hands? Okay, great. So can someone tell me like what framework you use or what library you use and what you did? Just a small example.
And I just created a web
Okay.
application for
Hmm.
using a like LLMs that
Okay.
will summarize and
Hmm.
act like a rack system,
Okay.
retrieval augmented model.
Hmm.
Like
Okay.
it will just take the documents
Hmm.
input as chunks in the database in MongoDB,
Hmm.
and
Okay.
will just retrieve from it using the LLM. It will just form a
Okay.
sentence or
Hmm.
mm, like shortage of things,
Okay.
like
Okay.
summarization, like the things.
Okay. It will summarize
So, yeah,
your document and provide you. Great. Great. Very good.
yeah, like rack system, it will act
Yeah.
according to the
Yeah.
input of the user. It will just,
Okay. Okay. Good.
yeah,
Good.
it will
Very.
just node flow way. So
Hmm.
I just created and posted it into. So I just
Okay.
used for front end, I just used the Tailwind CSS, but
Hmm.
wait for
Okay.
React, and then
Okay.
in the backend just Python for fast API just for connecting the front end and backend, and then
Okay.
Hugging Face for taking the tiny LLM model, and then
Okay.
I just used the Open Router. Since my system don't have any GPU, I
Hmm.
just used Open Router just
Okay.
to retrieve the LLM to
Okay.
cloud.
Okay. Good.
So simple thing I was done.
Okay, okay, very good. So you created a RAG model, RAG front end for a RAG system, right? So
Ah,
if you inspect your front end, you can see many things. So we call it as web scraping. So you know what is web scraping? Someone knows what is web scraping?
like uh,
Data mining, web scraping.
taking the input from different kinds of websites. So,
Okay, you can say like that. So in the web, there will be many resources available. So big companies, so it was my internship project at company Navita. So what they do is they are basically a pharmaceutical company. You see, in pharmaceutical companies, they will have competition competitors for the same formula. You can see Dolo will be one from one brand and P650 will be another brand. So one company they will want to know the side effects of their opponent's formula. For that they cannot directly go and ask people, right? So they use all these forums. There will be Apollo's forum will be there. There will be Reddit posts. There will be many things out in the web, right? They will choose very specific websites. So what we do in web scraping is we go through all these websites, like not manually. We create crawlers. Crawlers will actually read through the HTML file of that front end. Then in we need to configure like for this website, this will be the what user review section. So using this tag or this ID, you fetch this and you can fetch this data. That we manually create the program for the crawler bots, and we but now when you are creating or developing an UI, more than it being a user friendly system, it needs to be an AI agent friendly system. Okay, so as we discussed previously for IRCTC ticket booking, previously what we tell is these buttons need to be very bold. So this error message needs to be shown clearly. So like that we used to describe the UI. But now in the inside the code for any button that is going to trigger an action or any error code that we are going to get, that you need to add a description. Okay, why I am saying is Google has announce their WebMCP. So WebMCP will directly read through the your HTML front end, and it will directly perform their actions based on the user's prompt. So there is no more manually creating crawlers or bots or creating data mining engines or nothing. So now this using the WebMCP directly when a user after coming into a web page, if they just give a prompt to the AI, it create me a ticket. It should be able to navigate through your website. It should be able to find the appropriate fields in the form. It should be able to submit it. It should be, if there is any issue, then also it needs to get that error message and act again to respond to that, right? So for all that, you need to create agent friendly UI. I will also show you a quick demo on how you can start using WebMCP. Okay, so you need to have their latest Chrome version installed. Can go to add it somewhere. We have some flag, Chrome flag, I think. Yeah. So here you can search for a WebMCP and you can enable that. Once you have enabled, there are many extensions for this WebMCP client. So I find this one very useful. WebMCP tool inspector, right? This extension you can install. So once you install and open this tool, so in order for this to work, your UI needs to be configured as per WebMCP standards. Okay, so you need to add a tool description for every button and everything. Then only it will work. So here, if you can say like if this page is created as per the WebMCP standards, I just give some prompt to get me the API key. It will actually using your prompt, it will go to the website and it will get the job done. So whenever you are going to build some UI project hereafter, see to that you have followed WebMCP standards. You can find this WebMCP standards in GitHub repo. uh, Maybe I will share with you separately the documentation for MCP. So yeah, that's it about MCP servers. Then so N810. So has anyone used N810 or any other agentic workflow tools? Created some workflows or used Power Automate, Daisy, anything? I see two people have used. Yeah, can you tell me like what project you did using N810 or something?
Hi, sir. Hello.
Yeah, hello. Your voice is too low. Hello.
You're
Hello,
audible,
sir.
Varshasri. Speak ahead, ma. Go ahead.
Sir, is my voice audible?
Yeah, you're audible now. Yeah. can go ahead.
Sir, for TCS, sorry, Cognizant Hackathon, we
Mm.
have taken fraud detection in UPI
Okay.
payment project, sir. So
Mm.
for that, we had an agentic workflow.
Mm.
So for that, we have practiced making workflow in N8, sir.
N8.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay, very, very good, very good. So you used which payment gateways webhook have you used?
Sir, Razer with the Razer Pay, we have initially planned to make an UPI payment and
Mm.
fraud detection, sir.
Okay,
So with that, we have had some four agents like
mm.
risk detection and decision making agents, and
Okay,
ranking them based on the risks. So that for all the agents combining together, we have practiced to make a workflow for that
okay,
agentic workflow round, sir.
okay, okay. Very good, very good, very good.
Yes. Yes.
So you see,
Thank
right?
you.
So N8 is a very good agentic workflow tool. So in return, if you want to host in their cloud, it actually paid. But you can, if you to learn, you can actually locally deploy N8 and use it. So you can use Docker itself, or I use Docker. Once you install Docker, you can install and can pull the N8 image, then deploy it. Once we open this somewhere, where I left it. Yeah, I have it open here. So yeah, this is it basically. Yeah. So once you have installed a Docker, then you can pull the N8 image from the repo, and you can deploy N8 in your local. So N8 will basically have triggers, and it will have HALs, it will have agent decision making, everything you can see here. Yeah, and with this tool, you can create agentic workflows. That is the main purpose here. I don't have any examples handy now. Maybe I will send some documentations required if you want to learn N8N. So now the market leader for agentic workflows is N8N, because you see SAP has partnership with N8N. This is the world's first partnership with foreign uh, like big ERP giant to partnership with open source tool like N8N. Okay, so if you learn N8N now, it's going to be in golden era. So basically, from this era, there won't be any developers who are going to do code. So developers need to understand the business. They need to create workflows. They need to create systems that are not penetrable by AI agents. Okay. Previously, it was not to, it was like systems not need to be penetrated by hackers, but now it's we need to build systems that are assisted AIs. We need to make systems friendly to AI agents, as well as we need to that they don't destroy our system, right? You have got some knowledge about agents, MCP servers, or many things during this lecture. Yeah. Now we are open to the QA section. Yeah. Anyone has any doubts?
Hello,
Like,
sir. Myself Sanchita. So,
yeah.
as I'm planning to learn about SAP technology, but I don't know where to
Okay.
start and how to start, and what are the
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I will.
what will comes under the SAP technology, and how to do I have
Okay.
heard that you are specialized in
Okay.
SAP
Okay.
technology. So, can
Yes.
you
Yes. Yes.
tell us some detail
Yeah.
about that?
Okay. Okay. So SAP is a German company. Okay. They have created an ERP tool. You can say ERP is nothing but to run a company. You need a software. You see, like a hotel, they have a billing software, right? So this is a very very large scale tool like that. So here in SAP, we have the standard business process also directly configured, as well as each of the company will also have their specialized requirement. Like for a car company, they will have some specialized requirement for like emission norms. If you go for a packaging related company, they will have some specialized requirements like environmental pollution, like environmental norms. They will have this material is only to be used like that, right? So based on different scenarios, you can do various customizations in SAP. Okay, so in SAP you can split it into like different verticals again. So there will be a development team for SAP. Then there will be a basis team. Basis team is the system admin. If you go to any project, there will be a system admin. That's what the role of basis. They will also handle the security related issues. Then there will be the functionals. So functionals are also people who are expertise in SAP, but they don't do coding. They don't do the development. They understand the business requirement. Then they map it to the process in SAP. Okay. So they understand how this company is doing the payment process and invoice processing now, and they map it to how it needs to be done in the SAP system. Okay, this is the split up in SAP. So if you are very good at coding, you want to do coding, then also there is a chance in SAP for you. Very very high and bright future, I can say, as they have many new partnership announced now, right? So there also you have a bright future. If you say like, no, I don't want coding, I don't want to be in the technological side itself, then also you have a very bright future in SAP. That's where the functionals come in. So they will need to have very good communication skills, basically functional team. Then if you say that, no, I am very good at what is a DBA, database administration, or cyber security, then also you have a role in SAP. The basis comes into picture, right? So this is what the roles in SAP, I can say. If you want to learn something in SAP, you have the Learning Hub website, official website of SAP. You put sap.learninghub.com, learninghub.sap.com, sorry. You come into this website. Here they provide all their courses. Okay. I- See, SAP, if you want to learn, it is a very, you can say that tough in the sense, if you take any other technology, right? If you take full stack development or if you take cloud or anything, the systems are already available. So full stack, everything is open source. You can directly start learning by your hands-on, doing hands-on in your system and everything. But for SAP or service now, it's a different picture. They're all closed source system. So if you want to learn, you can only go through their official sites, or you can only go through paid courses or something. That's why it is tough for learning. Also, the blogs, right? It will be somewhat limited number comparing to others. And other thing is that compared to like open source developers, SAP developer will be learning earning very high scale. You can actually also check in the web. Uh, the open source developers are abundant now at this point of time. Like Java, if you take for every 100, there are 90 to 99% of Java developers only. If you take SAP developer or a ServiceNow developer, very limited number, 1 or 2% only. But at the same time, industries are moving out of open stack technology, because it is to create it is a very it takes very low cost to them, because open source licensing is all are at a very cheap rate. but to maintain, right, that there is the problem, because open source, every day there is some update coming, every day there are fixes coming, so they need developers to monitor that, they need developers to maintain that. There they are incurring very high cost. They have seen this for the past decade. So now they are all moving out of open source technologies. They want to adapt to these closed source service providers, because here, once they create the system using their developers, then everything will be care by SAP. If you are implementing SAP in a company, if you have any issue after their development, then you can directly reach out to SAP. They will take care of it, then upgrade everything, they will take care there. So that's why now the requirement for these closed source developers is highly increasing. Okay, let's go into this learninghub.com. Here you can see the certification courses here, free courses itself. Sources, certification, explore learning hub, student zone. I think for a student mail ID, if you log in with the student mail ID, there are some free courses also available. You can see, like, right, AI fundamentals. So this company is one of the biggest company adopting agentic AI as a closed source. Now, if you see, every company, they are allowing AI agents to like previously said, right? Oracle ERP, if you can create an N8 or a RPA tool that will directly interact with the Oracle system, but no external AI agent can directly access the SAP data. So the only option for the companies is to adopt their AI core. That is also service provided by SAP. Okay, so you have if you want learning without hands-on, you can use this learning journey. And another thing is the developer center. There you will have hands-on itself. You can create your trial account there. Maybe we can have a dedicated session on this SAP. If you are coming as going to become a SAP developer, there are two things. You can become a CAPM developer, or you can become an ABAP developer. There are two things there. So CAPM is nothing but it's a wrapper around Spring Boot actually. So if you need to learn Spring Boot, then you need to learn CAPM, and CAPM is a wrapper created by SAP, Cloud Application Programming Model. This they have a separate cloud for this BTP, Business Technology Platform. Again, that BTP is like a service only. It will need to be deployed on AWS or something. There we create this CAPM application, and we will like provide it to the business. Okay, you can see CAPM CRUD operations community. Here they will have many hands-on projects how you can do everything. If you want to like go through BTP, there are steps to create a BTP tile account. To this BTP trial account, it will be valid for I think 30 days. Can click try now. So once it expires, you can like you can create your different mail ID and you can log in with that. It won't be a problem. Inside BTP also, we will have many like abundant tools there are. The one is for this process automation. We have BPA, build process automation. We have this CAPM. So if you want to do coding, there is CAPM. You can build applications there. We have AI core for AI solutions. We have AI core. Many things are there. I will have a separate session that will work, I think. I think we have crossed the time limit. Yeah. So, so whomever are interested to know more about SAP, I think we can have a separate call for scheduled based on your inputs. Yeah. Thank you all. I think I have crossed the time. So if you have any other doubts,
Sir, as a fresher, like, is that SAP is best for to move on?
sorry.
As a fresher, SAP is to go. Sorry, is to go. It's good to go with SAP. Yeah, as a
Like
fresher.
see, if, as a fresher, deciding your domain, I say it's not in your hands. Okay, you can learn whatever you want now, but when you go into a company, right, there nothing is in your hand. Whenever there's a requirement, they pull you and put into the team. You need to learn the technology. So for me, I was pulled into a SAP related domain, and initially I was provided some testing related role, but I learned the technical side and I move on to the technical role. But still, I do the testing also. So, as a fresher, you don't fix your mind into a specific domain. If you want to learn, you start learning. That's it. But once you move to the industry, it's not in your hands whether you will be given job in the domain or not. But for freshers, SAP is a good domain. I can say it is a good domain. Unlike other domains, there is a low competition here, you can say. That is one reason. The next reason is see, if you take any company now in the world, like top top 100 companies, I can say there is no company that is not using SAP. Okay, so even now small local companies also are starting to adopt SAP because it will boost their share value. That is one reason. So there itself you can understand why companies are utilizing SAP and why it is a safer domain for you. And next reason is if you are going for a OpenStack development, right? If you are going for a Java developer or a React developer, moving on is not easy. At a point of time, whatever React version you have used in your company is going to get outdated. Again, you need to upskill yourself and you need to search the job for React. But in SAP, if you want to move out of development, right, here itself you have functional role. Here itself you will have a basis role. So that is another good thing we can say about SAP. Okay, this is not only applies to SAP, it also applies to some other closed source tools as well, like ServiceNow. Okay, now ServiceNow is also booming because all this small ticketing, mostly it's ticketing applications, right? Previously, all companies used to create it in-house. Now they are all moving to ServiceNow because it has a very good integration capability with SAP or with any other tool. That is one of the main reason. If you are going to create your in-house product, any company, again they need to integrate it with another tool. They are another closed source tool like SAP or some other thing. But if you are going with a closed source product, already their connectors are everything will be available. Okay, that's why they are utilizing all these closed source tools now. Okay, if you have any other confusions,
Thank you for clarifying.
yeah. So, clarify you, like it is a good domain, but you can't assure that if you will 100% go into a SAP domain in your organization only, because there will
Understood.
be limited yeah, limited teams only. Yeah, any other doubts? Okay, stop me sharing. Yeah, guys, if you have any other doubts or if you want to know about any other certification courses, you can reach out to me through LinkedIn or I'll provide my LinkedIn ID here. You can directly contact me there. Yes. Thank you, ma'am. Anything to add, ma'am? Can we close the session? Hello?
Now, students, if you have any doubt, you can very well interact with him. You still have time left.
Anyone have any placement preparation related doubts? Yes, ma'am, I think we are good to close the call.
Yeah, 1 second. You can also discuss about your project. If you are doing in a project, you can just ask some doubts related to it, and even what are the kind of projects you can keep it in your resume. You can just ask all those doubts to him. Please make the best use of this platform. So you need to open up.
Good evening, sir. I am Jeevita. What are the struggles you faced to crack the interview, sir?
Yeah, hi, Chivita. Yeah, so to crack the interview, right? Yeah, so initially I had practiced coding only on Skill Rack or Hacker Rank like platform. I didn't go to very deep data structure algorithm problems. Like still I don't go very deep in that. You can see, you can say like, but during the interviews I face some difficulty there. So whenever there is problems related to dynamic DP, dynamic programming or something like, right, I struggled a lot. So at the times, what I can say is, what mistake I made was I started to see YouTube tutorials to learn, but it was a very bad decision. Okay, and then I started directly to dive to lead code, and I started when once you go into lead code, you cannot directly do a hard or medium problem, right? I but I jumped into a medium problem. I couldn't do it, but then I became stressed, and I still I am facing difficulties, right? So what I suggest is, don't directly dive into hard problems, or don't even directly dive into lead code also. First you practice very simple questions from hacker rank or skill rank or anything. Once you are confident, right, in simple questions or easy level questions, then you can move on to medium level questions. Still hard level questions are not recommended, because most companies in their interview for freshers, they stop in the medium level questions itself. They don't go to hard level questions also. Only when there's a face to face interview, they to see your analytical thinking, they say you to solve a hard level question on paper. That also no need to provide the solution directly. They only see the thinking pattern you use. Okay, so what I suggest you is, don't directly jump into hard questions in lead code or something. Start with very simple ones. Once you are very confident in solving all the easy questions, then jump into the medium or hard questions. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Anyone else?
Yeah, yes, ma'am, I don't
Okay.
think there are any
Yeah.
questions. So I just
So,
give my final opinion to all of you. Sorry, ma'am. Sorry to cut you. Want to say something?
no, you can go ahead, Muthuganesh. No issues.
Yeah. Yeah. So it you can take it as my advice or anything. So you see now the IT industry is the job opportunities, everything is very in a very bad situation, you can say. Even for experienced person, they are it's a hard time to find jobs. Okay, so when you get a offer, don't ever imagine to reject an offer letter. Okay, it's something it means that you are very lucky person to get an offer in any company. Okay, so just straight away accept it and make best utilize of the campus interviews. Some people may be thinking that I will go outside and I will attend off-campus interviews, and no, that is a very bad decision you are going to make. Whenever you get a campus interview opportunity, make sure you utilize 200%, utilize it 200%. Okay, don't attend any interviews without preparation. At least go through 5 or 6 problems. You can just browse in the web for previous year problems for Accenture or any of those companies, right? Service companies, Wipro, Accenture, TCS, Cognizant. The first round, most questions will be very simple and repeated only. You can just go to the web and check the previous year questions available and utilize it not only for coding, also for the logical thinking also. Okay, many people will be very good at coding, they will lose their marks in the English. For some companies we have English section, and for some we have this logical and critical thinking, right? Those are also places where you need to practice. Okay, so that's it from my side. If you are planning to do higher studies, then it will be a good time, because we can see that after 1 or 2 years, the industry is going to stabilize. So maybe if you are going to do higher studies, don't attend the campus interviews and waste person's opportunity. Okay, straight away you can start preparing, and you can go to proceed for your higher studies. Like, don't imagine like I will work 1 year in the company, then I will go and do my MS. No, that will not happen. If you are going to do your work and you are going to leave after 1 year, then you are going to do your MS and come and do your job search. It is only going to add another burden to you. Every company will ask you what you did in that 1 year, but you won't have anything to say, because as a freshers, no one will have any job experience in their first year. Okay, so if you are planning to do your higher studies, don't attend campus interviews and waste another person's opportunity. That's all I can say. Okay, so everyone is facing a hard time. Yeah, utilize best of whatever you get, whatever opportunity you get. Yes, thank you all. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Muthuganesh. Jesslyn, ma'am. Yeah,
What?
you can. We can conclude, ma'am.
Yeah, sure, ma'am. So, sorry, one more thing to add. Muthuganesh, can you tell how you cracked your interviews? Some tips to our students?
Yeah, ma'am. So initially I got placed in Accenture actually. So for that Accenture preparation, like more than the coding round, I focused on the logical thinking round. Okay, but for that, as I said, I went to the web and searched for previous year questions. Okay, so there for all these Wipro Accenture, there are plenty of resources available. From there, you can practice. If you just to go through, right, that itself will give you a very good idea of what kind of questions you are going to face. That itself will clear half of your fear of attending the interview. So the next step after clearing your coding and logical thinking round, you will be given a face-to-face interview round for Accenture. Okay, there the main thing is whatever you know that only you need to put in the resume. Without knowing, if you put even one word right, then you are caught. So, for example, I recently did an interview for a resource who is even 5 year experience. That person, just by seeing the job description, he added a word. You can say like it was some special tool that SAP Analytical Cloud that most companies haven't even started using. He just added that word. We started firing questions on that. Even though he was strong on other parts, right? He wasn't because of this one word. We started asking the questions. He failed to answer even once he knew. Okay, so see to that you only put what you know in the resume. Don't put anything out of your knowledge or that you have not done or something. Whatever you know, you put in your resume. Okay. So for four interview, uh, the same steps for four those companies you won't find any previous questions or some anything. But as I prepare the logical thinking and everything for the other companies, it helped me a lot for this interview as well. And here the comparative to other companies, the other product companies, you can say in Ford, the coding will be much simpler. They won't ask very complex DSA. They will ask DSA related, but won't be highly complex. Okay. So as I said you right, I started to practice easy level questions. Once you started to practice the easy level questions, at the medium also you will get an idea once because the pattern, right? If you see lead code itself, it will be like 1, 2, 3, the same program name, sorry, problem name 1, 2, 3. It will be there. So once you solve the easy or medium, you will get an idea to solve the other type of questions also. So instead of grinding your time on hard or medium level questions, you spend quality time on simple or easy questions. Okay. So, and your algorithms you need to be very strong. In any interview, the interviewer will be asking questions on basic algorithms, then OOPS concepts. Anywhere you go, the OOPS concepts is there. Then the SQL, even you if you tell that I use the vector DB, I use MongoDB, no one will ask questions on MongoDB. Okay, that is a very rare thing we use in the industry. Only for open source like small projects they use MongoDB. For large scale projects, MongoDB won't be used. Still till date, MySQL, PostgreSQL, like very old versions are even being used. So be very strong in SQL, OOPS and DSA. Okay, theoretical. Yes. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Muthuganesh.
Thank you, Mr. Ganesh. And dear students, hope you all enjoyed the session and you got a lot of insights out of it. Kindly inform your friends, okay? Because daily many resource people are coming and they are spending their time. All of them are employed. Hope we are all in the vacation only. These students, whoever that is your alumna or industry people, whoever is joining, they are working and they are sparing the time and they are joining for you, your sake only. Kindly understand it. So inform your friends also to join and to stay in the session, okay? Because while we began around 90 plus were there, now only half of you are there. Okay, make use of all the inputs or initiatives taken by the department. Thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am. And thank you, Muthuganesh, for the valuable insight. I hope the students would have taken it on a right way and they would have started their preparation. Thank you very much, Muthuganesh.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Muthuganesh, for your kind help. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. Yeah, I have posted some links for learning and references. Can go through it. Thank you.
Noted,
Yeah,
I will share with the students.